All right, time to break down the first half of the Sugar Bowl. It's been a very exciting back and forth affair. Again, we knew these were going to be two very good playoff games. The Rose Bowl was an all-time classic. The Sugar Bowl so far has also been really, really good and really, really fun. Now, it's been a back and forth affair, although you could argue that one team has definitely been playing a lot better, at least offensively, and that is the Washington Huskies. Michael Penix Jr. by far looks like the better quarterback out there. Quinn Ewers has struggled. He's missed some throws. He has wanted to have some throws back, I'm sure. But also give a lot of credit to this Washington secondary. Hey, they're stepping up. They're making a lot of very nice plays, but there's absolutely no question that Michael Penix Jr. looks like the better quarterback, and the passing offense as a whole just looks better from Washington. This is a Washington team that their receivers are making plays, and sure, Michael Penix has missed a throw here and there, but I believe he's 11 of 14. I think there's that one throw where he tried to hit his tight end Culp that he wants to have back. Washington ended up scoring on the drive anyway, so it didn't really matter too much, but I know it's a throw that Penix wants to have back. But there's no way you can even make the case why Quinn Ewers has been the better quarterback in this game so far. He has really struggled. He's only 9 of 18, doesn't even have 100 passing yards. Michael Penix has been fantastic. Now, the run game flipped the script. Texas has been a lot better rushing the football than Washington has. However, Dillon Johnson has 2 rushing touchdowns. We'll get back to that, but Texas's run game has been very, very good. Again, not having Jonathan Brooks definitely felt like there was going to be something needed, a spark needed, and you're seeing Jaden Blue provide that here for Texas. The young kid, he does have a touchdown, as does CJ Baxter, so they're getting both of those backs involved, and both of them are running really, really well. Now, again, Dillon Johnson is also running well. The guy has 2 rushing touchdowns, for goodness sake. So Dillon Johnson, definitely going to be a guy to watch out for here. He's been a very good player for Washington so far as well. When you flip over to the defensive side, it's been a very good mix of good plays. Texas's defensive front is performing really well, is being able to create pressure to Michael Penix. They haven't been able to really get him on the ground as much as they've wanted to. They've been able to create pressure, but Penix hits him with the okey doke, gets him with the little side step there. No, I didn't trip. I just tried to do a fancy move and it didn't look cool. But Michael Penix has played really, really well, and Texas has done what they've wanted to do. They've been able to get pressure. They've been able to kind of create havoc in that backfield, if you will, especially in being able to limit what Dillon Johnson and any of these other running backs have done for Washington, but they haven't been able to limit Michael Penix, and that's something where the secondary is going to have to step up too. And speaking of the secondary stepping up, that's what the Huskies have been doing here, right? I mean, the Husky defense has played really well. And look, Quinn Ewers is absolutely struggling. He really started to find his rhythm there in that last drive, but it also is because of the Washington secondary, as I mentioned earlier, stepping up and making a lot of big plays. Now, obviously, Asa Turner with the mistake there late in that drive to put Texas that much closer to the goal line, helping them score. But yeah, I mean, this has been a great back and forth game so far. I would say, I am going to say Washington has definitely looked like the better team. Now, I said Michigan was the better team in the first half, and then look what happened. Alabama came back, looked like the better team second half. Michigan ended up taking it to overtime late in that game, and they won. So watch out if you're a Washington fan. I'm sorry if history repeats itself, and Texas looks like the better team ends up winning this game. However, there are adjustments that need to be made from both sides. Texas has been the beneficiary of some Washington mistakes. Muffed punts and ball security hurt both teams in the Rose Bowl, and it hurt Washington here. A muffed punt in which Texas was able to pick it up, and they capitalized off of it. So that was a very, very big play there, as Washington could have gone up by 2 scores with the way that this Washington offense has looked. Nope, muff punt. Texas was able to tie it up. Washington decided to go for it as well on a 4th down and 1 inside Texas territory, and that is also where Washington messed up because, first of all, again, Texas defensive front has played phenomenally. They've looked really, really good, and they were able to stop Dillon Johnson, I believe it was, on that 4th and 1 in Texas territory. Texas offense drives down the field and score. Washington, if they can limit those mistakes and these mental errors, they should be pretty good to go and set here. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep hitting receivers down the field. Keep mixing in Dillon Johnson because, again, he's getting enough touches to matter. The guy has 2 touchdowns for goodness sake. But, I mean, everyone's been getting involved for this Washington offense. Texas, you need to limit the penalties. And I know there have been some calls that really could have gone either way there. And if you're a Texas fan out there, probably not too happy with the officiating right now. However, it's football. You have to take it. You have to put it in your back pocket and move on. Texas has got to start limiting the mistakes. And for both sides, you have to get better on third down. Only one third down conversion, and it helped Texas go down the field and tie the game there in that last drive. Washington, I believe, is 0 for 3, but they do have a fourth down conversion to help keep a drive alive as well. But both teams have to get better on third down. Hey, I'll see you after the game for a quick reaction. And again, don't forget, tomorrow I'm going to be uploading it's either going to be tomorrow or tonight. Probably going to end up being tomorrow, and where I will heavily recap both games, give you a little preview of the national championship game before my official preview. As always, remember to play hard but tailgate harder. See you guys after the game. Enjoy the second half.